Hello students, welcome to Programming with C and C++ online classes. In this session, I would like to explain about the concept of strings, how to use the strings in C programming language. Till now, we have used only character functions. So if you want to take a input, take a input as a character from the keyboard, then we can use the get character, get character, get chr functions, get ch functions. All we have used it in the previous classes. But now our concept is strings. At a time, how you can collect the group of characters in the form of input. So, for example, if you want to, for example, the user want to enter a name. An user want to enter a name. So nothing but a name contains how many characters? We don't know. It's depending on user's names. So those are called strings. So a string is nothing but a group of characters. A string is nothing but a group of characters. So if you want to store a group of characters in one single variable, how it is possible? By creating character array. Actually, in the last class, we have completed about the arrays concept. How to create an array, how to initialize the data with that array. So all those things we have completed. But that is completely related to if you want to store same type of names, or if you want to store same type of characters, or if you want to store same type of numbers. So for that we can use the arrays concept. But here also the names are same type of concept na. It's depending on data type na. So names contain what are the options? Names contain only alphabetics. So alphabetics are nothing but characters. So if you want to allow a group of characters to store inside one single variable, so like that I want to store multiple names. I want to store multiple names in that single variable. How you can create? Here you can create only character array. So if you create character array, it can store, it can accept a group of characters. So now let us start our session. Practically you can understand, otherwise you cannot understand about this concept. So now let us start our session. Okay. So in this today's session, we have to understand about the strings introduction part and reading and displaying strings, passing strings to a function. Actually this is not in our syllabus, not required. String handling functions. So introduction part and reading and displaying strings and string handling functions. These three things are we have to learn in this session. Now let us understand about the strings introduction part. Right. Strings are array of characters. Strings are array of characters. That is, they are characters arranged one after another in memory. So one after one in the memory. If you arrange the characters, then you will get one string. Thus, a character array is called string. A character array is called string. For example, now I am opening developer C++ window. Now I am opening one new window. So here, carefully observe here. Now I want to store one character. So for that I have created one ch variable. So if you want to allow to store the characters inside of this character variable, character data type, we have to create. Now I want to store only one variable. So for that, just one character variable is enough. One character variable is enough. If you want to store a group of characters, nothing but Pavan, Sai, Hari Krishna and Ali Khan, Sardar, so like that. These are contains number of characters. The names contain number of characters included. So if you want to store like that names in that variable, so here character array you need to create. Single values, single characters, storing purpose. Here I want to store only single value, single character. So that's why single variable I have created with the character data type. Now I want to store multiple characters inside single variable. So here character data type is common and the size we need to create like this. So if you use the array concept here, then it will allow to store same type of values in that character variable. So here 25 I am giving because of now I am collecting the names from the users. So user, how many characters they want to enter, I don't know. So that's why some memory I have given. Only 25 characters I want to allow for this program to read the input by the users. So if they want to enter their names, 25 characters are limited. Okay, because of I have given 25. So if you don't want to give any limit purpose to enter their names, so here you need to increase this size. 100 also you can mention, but the memory is wasting now. While executing time, every time 100 bytes of memory it will allocate. So for that purpose, it's depending on names. So that's why 25 simply I am giving. 25 simply I am giving is equal. Now I am opening bracket and closing bracket I am typing here. And in between these two brackets, sorry, brackets not required here. Quotes because of strings now. So if it is a single character, single quotes are enough. But if it is a group of characters, then here double quotes must and should be required. Sai is the name or Pavan is the name. So like that. Here I want to store 5 characters inside of this ch variable. But for this Pavan value storing purpose, 25 bytes of memory it will allocate by the character data type for this ch variable. Right? So if you want to store, if you want to store strings inside of this inside of one variable, first you need to create array object. So here character is the data type. Here I have created character variable, character array by using subscript operator. So then it can allow only 25 characters, 25 elements. So this is also equal to here, or carefully observe. So internally how it will convert this value? This one, P, comma. So each and every letter can divide like this. Comma, this one, right? So this is also right and this is also right, correct format. Because of if you create the memory like this, 25 bytes of memory it will allocate, but inside 25 bytes, PABAN, each and memory segment used like that. And now I am opening strings in C. If you see the diagram, then only you can understand about the strings concept, how it is storing inside. So carefully observe. So here this website is what Geeks website. Char string is the variable, string array I have created. Now I have assigned with this Geeks is the value. In this Geeks word, how many characters we have? 5 characters we have. So while executing time, the memory will create like this, and here the value can store it inside that memory locations, subsequent memory location, nothing but side by side, contiguous memory locations. And this is index. If you want to access these characters inside of that memory, so by using index we can simply access 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is index numbers, right? This is index numbers. Like that you can create the string variable, and each character within the string is stored within one element of an array successively. Each character within the string is stored within one element of an array successfully. So here we have created number of characters now. We have stored number of characters, but inside one single variable. So that is the meaning of this line. A string is always terminated by a null character. A null character. For example, here I have stored this one, Pavan. So at last the compiler will place one null character like this. /0. /0 is null character. So while executing time, one by one, character by character, it will read by the compiler. After that, it will place null pointer. It will place null character at last of the string. The compiler will place. Okay, that is by default nature of compiler for the strings purpose. A string is always terminated by a null character. So how it will terminate this string while executing time? By reading this character only. When it will read this character from the string, then automatically the string has ended. It can understand while executing time. So that's why /c/o, null character, it can be used internally to terminate the string. When it will identify the string while reading time, then the string is completed. So here you need to terminate. So like that it can understood by the compiler. Arrays and strings. How many operations it will do by the strings? Operations performed on character strings include reading and writing strings, copying one string to another, combining strings together. Here reading means input, it is taking the input. Writing means it is writing the output on the console. So for that purpose, printf and scanf functions we are using, and getch, putch functions also we are using, and getS, putS functions for the string related functions. In the earlier we have already discussed about these two functions, getS, putS. GetS means get string. It is collecting the input. It is collecting the getS function is used to collect the string through the input, and putS function is used to, it is printing on the console. It is print the string on the console and copying one string to another. So for example, now I have created one variable to store a name. So now I want to store that same name into some other variable. So for that one more variable we have to create. So how you can copy that from that value to this from that string there to here? By using copy string concept. String cpy function we have to use. And next we have discussed about that how we can copy. And here arrays, strings operations are what? Reading and writing strings, copying one string to another string, combining two strings into a single string, comparing one string to another string, nothing which is biggest string, which is smallest string. Okay, equality, extracting a portion of string. So these are the main operations. A string variable is declared as an array of characters. A string variable is declared as an array of characters. Here the syntax has given. Carefully observe how to create the array for the string variable. Character data type, string name, nothing but variable name, and the size similar like a variable name, similar like a arrays creation. Okay. So the example is character name 20. Just now I told you in this example. So this is character data type, this is variable, and this is the size we have mentioned, and this is the value. But this /0 pointer is, /0 null character is pointing to, placing by the compiler while executing time. So when the compiler assigns a character string to a character, it automatically supplies a null character. Just now I told you So if you assign the value like this, now I am removing this one. Now I am creating one variable name, character name. So inside that bracket 25 characters I want to allow. So now this is called a declaration. This is string declaration. String declaration. Now I want to initialize name equal to name equal to Pavan. So this is string initialization. So if you, when the value has initialized with that variable, immediately compiler will place null character like this. So while executing time, character by character it is reading started, and A started, V started, and AN, like that entire name has read by the compiler. When it will terminate, when it will found the /C character, /O character, I mean /0, then automatically the string ended. The string reading is ended. So that is the meaning it can understood by the compiler. Then immediately it will terminate by the reading. So that's why compiler will place like that null character at the end of the string. Initializing string variables. Just now I told you how to initialize that one. So this is one. So internally how it can store, if you use this one, internally how it can store. If you write the statement like this, so now I am opening Excel window. Similarly, arrays concept. Okay, here we have created character array. That's it. Okay, carefully observe. So now in my program I have written the statement like this. So it will allocate the 20 bytes or 25 bytes of memory. It will allocate the 25 bytes of memory. 25 bytes of memory for for name variable. Here how many characters we have? Here how many characters we have? Pavan. P A V A N. So like that, at the end of /0 null character it will assign by the compiler. When the reading process has started by the compiler, first it will read, it is pointing to this location. After that this one, after that this one, after that this one, after that this one. At last when it will found by the compiler, immediately the reading process has terminated by the compiler. So here how you can access this one? By using index numbers. This is 0th index, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Okay. So this is the way of strings accessing. Nothing but here what is name is the variable now. Name 0th index. Name 0th index. First index. So like that, this is second index. This is third index. This is fourth index. This is fifth index. In the fifth place we have null character. Okay. So this is the memory allocation and memory accessing way for the strings concept. When it will create the strings. When we initialize a character array by listing its elements, the null terminator or the size of array must be provided explicitly. Reading and displaying strings. Now I want to execute one program. How you can collect the data from user? Now I want to collect some names by some different users. So I don't know how many characters they have to enter while entering the input. So that's why if you know the value, then you can use the for loop. If you don't know the values, then if you don't know how many iterations you want to do for each and every character purpose, then while loop we can use. So then this is called which demo? Strings demo. How you can collect that? First we need to write the header file here. Next, void main opening bracket and closing bracket. Here, first I have to create the character variable. Character variable. Name 25. Just I have given this one. Okay. Limited space. Next, one more variable. CH is the normal variable. So after that, now I want to create the one I variable. It is index variable. Index int I equal to 0. Int I equal to 0. Now I want to write one printf statement. Enter your name. Enter your name. So after that, scanf function. Scanf function. So now first we have to see about the example of without scanf function. Character functions we have to use. How you can collect the characters by using character functions? Get.ch function we have to use now. So for that, now I want to, so character by character, how I have to read? So by using while loop. So for each and every character purpose, it can iterate one. It will collect one character only. So character not equal to null. Character not equal to null character. So normal character, when they will, new line character. So when the user want to press, when the user has when the user want to press enter key, then automatically the string has terminated by itself. So that's why. So it is not equal to a new line character. So when it will press the enter by the user, automatically the new line character will enable. So then the while loop will terminate. So till now the user want to press enter key, then the while loop is automatically infinitely it is running. When the user press enter key, then automatically the new line character will enable, the while loop will terminate here. So here opening bracket and closing bracket, get ch, get char function I am using. For what purpose? To collect the characters. To correct the characters purpose. Ch equal to get character. So after that, now I want to store each and every character. Name I equal to ch. Name I equal to ch. So after collecting that get char function, it is collecting by the characters from the user. So after collection is over, then immediately the character it can store inside of ch variable. Now I am assigning the that character into name variable. For index based, I is 0 now. So for the first iteration purpose, it is 0. The first character it is stored in first place. After that, I value will be incremented, and again the iteration will start again. The second character will store same, the third character, fourth character, like that. So the complete name it can store inside of the name variable. So here I plus simply. So now iteration has completed to collect the characters. Now inserting null character at end. After collecting that complete null character, after collecting the complete characters, the complete name entered by the user now. So after that, the null character is also we have to assign. How you can assign? Name I equal to /0. So like that, inserting a null characters. Now I want to print that name. After that, print f here name equal to, if you want to print a single character, for that percentile C format specifier we have to use. But here, now I want to print the complete string which is entered by the user through the input. So for that, percentile S format specifier I am using here. Name of name. Okay, name. So program has completed. Now we have to execute this one. Now I am saving this one. Reading our names string 2.c. Save as type is all files. Now I am compiling this one. Yeah, successfully has compiled. It is compiling still. Yeah, compilation successfully. Now I am executing. Enter your name. Here now I am entering Harshavardhan. Okay, the complete name Harshavardhan. So again it is printing same name na. Carefully observe. So now first I have now my input is starting na here HARSHA space VARDHAN. Nothing but the while loop, these many iterations. How many characters we have? So that many characters, nothing but that many iterations. For every character purpose, the iteration is going on. When it will assign the new line, when the name has completed, immediately I have pressed enter key na. So then only the while loop has terminated here. The complete name it has stored inside this variable. Now I am printing here. Now I am assigning at last this null character. After that, now I want to print the string which is collected by the input. So that is the reading process. Reading and displaying strings by using character functions. So using printf and scanf functions, how you can collect the names and printing the names? For that, one more demo I am writing. Till now we have already discussed and we have number of times practiced it by using printf and scanf functions. So here one more time I am executing using scanf functions and printf functions. Printf function for strings. So here header file hash include stdio.h. Now void main opening bracket and closing bracket. Here character array name 25 characters I am taking 25 characters. Now printf enter your name. The same program previous what we have used that same program, but here in the previously we have used character functions getch functions, but here we have to use printf and scanf functions, predefined formatted functions these are actually. Okay, now I want to collect the input. I want to collect the names from the input by using scanf function. So here percentile s comma and name. After that again I want to printf new line character and name, this one percentile s, here name, end of the statement semicolon. Now I am saving this one string 3.c, save as type is all files. Now I am compiling successfully. So enter your name now. So here Pravalika. Okay, so same name it is printing now. So the same logic. So here without while loop we just have used printf and scanf functions, but while using the character functions compulsory you have to use any one looping statement, because of for each and every, if you use the character functions to collect the input by the user, actually user want to enter 25 characters name also. So the username contain number of characters. You don't know how many characters. So if you use the while loop, I mean if you don't know the how many iterations you want to do in your program, so in that case we can use the while loop. So that is better to use while loop in that case. So for each and every character purpose, this it can iterate number of times. So when the user presses enter key, automatically the while loop it will terminate, because of in the while loop what is the condition we have configured? new line character. So when user press enter key, automatically the new line character will enable and the while loop iteration is stopping by itself. Okay. So that is the meaning of this program. And next one is what? Using gets and puts. These are also string functions, string unformatted functions. How you can collect? For that, one more example. Using get s function and put s function for strings. Actually, these are unformatted strings, unformatted string functions. Unformatted string functions. Here get s is equal to get string, put s is equal to put string. Now one header file hash include stdio.h. Now void main function and one opening bracket and closing bracket. Here printf function, first normal statement, enter your name, enter your name. After that get name, get s function. Here one variable required now, so character name 25. Simply just use here inside of this function name we can pass. After getting that name, you want to put na, you want to print, put s same, so name. Right, now I am saving this one, string 4.c, save as type is all files. Now I am compiling, now I am executing. So here my name I am entering Siva, so same name it is printing now. So like that we can use get s and put s functions. Passing string to function at this time not required, because of according to our syllabus this is not there. And if you want to learn this one, you can search in internet. Now the standard library for C string functions in string.h. Actually, if you want to access string handling function, if you want to manipulate strings, nothing but while grouping two strings, while comparing from one string to another string, and if you want to create, if you want to copy from one string to another string, so like that we have to do some operations. That operations are doing by string functions. So if you want to use that predefined string functions, string.h header file you need to use in our program, because of string.header file contains a huge amount of, nothing but a lot of amount of string functions we have, a number of predefined inbuilt functions we have. So here we have some few examples. String CMP, nothing but string comparison purpose, from one string to another string. If you want to compare from one string to another string, string strcmp function we have to use. And if you want to combine two strings into a single string, strcat, string concatenation function we have to use. And if you want to copy from one string to another string, string copy function we have to use. And if you want to find out the length of string, how many characters you have in that string, so for that string length function we have to use. So these four are very important string functions to manipulate the strings. And if you want to know more string functions, then search in internet. Now we have to see about the string comparison function. strcmp function in C programming language is used to compare two strings. If both the strings are equal, then it gives the result as a 0. If the both strings are equal, then it gives the result as 0. But if not, then it gives the numeric difference between the first non-matching characters in the strings. Non-matching characters are strings. Now we have to see the example. String 1 and string 2. Now I am creating two strings. strcmp function demo. So for that we have to create one header file, hash include stdio.h, and also one more header file, hash include string.h header file. And now main function open bracket and closing bracket. Here character str1 20 equal to Pawan. Okay, this is lowercase Pawan. Lowercase letters I have given the value. Now I want to create str to string 2. So 20 characters equal to, here capital letters I am giving because of it is comparing now. Now I want to compare two strings are equal or not. Two strings are equal or not. So for that I have created two strings with the same values, but the case is different. First one is lowercase and second one is uppercase. Okay. Now I want to compare by using if str1 equal to sorry, if string function strcmp function, compare function str1 comma str2. Okay, so after that equal to 1, nothing but true. If both are equal, then it will return true. If both are equal, string 1 and string 2, if both are equal to 0, sorry, if both are equal to 1 actually, not 0. Okay, 1 means true. If both are equal, then if block will execute. So both strings are equal, it will show like that. Printf both strings are equal. Actually both strings are not equal now. Both strings are not equal because of this is lowercase, this is uppercase I have given. Both is not a same case. So that's why in C programming language is case sensitive now. So that means these two strings are not same. Then the condition becomes false. This statement will not execute actually. And now I want to write else statement. Here printf both strings are not equal. So this message it will print actually. Now I am saving this one. Now I am compiling. Now I am executing. Both strings are equal, it is showing. Why? Sorry, this is 0 actually, not 1. Not 1. Pawan and Pawan. String 1 and string 2 it is comparing. If both are 0, if both are equal to 0, then both strings are equal. If here this is both are not equal now I am compiling again. Now I am executing. Both strings are not equal. That message it is printing. Both strings are equal to 0 means this one is this one. Here strcmp, how it will work? Search in internet, then you can understand about this. strcmp in C. strcmp is a built-in library function. It is available in the string.h library, and here null character is encountered. This process will contain character either 0, a value equal to 0 when both strings are found to be identical. That is all the characters in both strings are same. Here both strings are not same now, so that's why it is not equal to 0. So that's why it is printing like that. If both strings are same, now here also I have mentioned same characters. Now if both strings are 0 now, both strings are same, then the message will print like this. In previously what we have got, the output both strings are not equal. Now I am closing this one. Again I am compiling. Again I am executing. Both strings are equal right now. Because of here I have changed it uppercase to lowercase this value. So here this string and this string both names are same now. So that's why if block has executed. So that is the functionality of this one, strcmp function. And next one is what? String cmp is over. Now string concatenation. The strcat function is used for string concatenation in C programming language. It means it joins the two strings together. If you have two strings, now I want to combine those two strings into a single string. So for that, this strcat function we have to use. Okay. How you can combine these two strings? Now I am removing this one. Now I want to create character str first name. Okay, first underscore name equal to array we need to create na 25 equal to now Sai is the name. Sai is the name. Now again one more last underscore name. Again one more variable na. This one contain 25. So here Pavan is the name. Semicolon. Now how you can combine these two strings? First by using concatenation function, strcat function. How you can concate? Please carefully observe here. Print f and the full name is percentile s comma strcat first name. This one you have to configure first. First name here comma last name. So the strcat function, what it will do? These two names will combine in the single unit. After complete expression is completed, the evaluation has completed, then immediately the string which the string final string it will get, the string it will assign to here only, right? Now I am semicolon using here end of the line. Now I am compiling. Now I am executing. The full name is what Chinna here? Sai Pavan. So here first name is what? Sai, second name is Pavan. If you use the string like that by using string concatenation function, first you need to pass the first name and also first variable and second variable. So after that this strcat function, what it will do? These two functions it will combine into a single unit. So after that what is the output it will get? The final value it will transfer to this format specifier, and the printf function it is printing started and the full name is, so instead of percentile s which is the value it is coming from here, so that value it can print here only instead of percentile s. So now string concatenation is also completed. Now string copy function copies a string from a source location to a destination location, and it provides a null character to terminate the strings. So string copy function is nothing but, now I want to copy from one string to another string. So nothing but this one. So carefully observe here. Now I am removing this one. Here I want to create one string str1 25 equal to Pavan. So this same value I want to store in string 2 also. So string 2 cannot contain any values. Here I don't have any assigned any values. So that same value I want to copy from here to here only. So now strcpy, after that str1 comma str2. So if you use the statement like this, so this entire is, now I am passing in the printf function. The str2 value is percentile s comma, at last one bracket we need to close here. So string 1 value is what? Pavan. String 2 does not have any value right now, till now. So now I want to copy string 1 value to string 2. Okay, so if you, after copying this one, what is the value it will get? That value it can transfer to here only. So the string value till now we have defined it. Now I am compiling. Now I am executing. So it is printing null value, na? So why it is printing null value? Wait. strcpy copied string. Okay, BA. Okay. This is reversely we need to configure. Actually, string 1 value here. Reversely we need to give. String 1 value I want to copy string 2 into string 2. So then you will get. Now I am saving. Now I am compiling. Now I am executing. Carefully observe the value. The str2 means what? Second variable now. That variable is also, it is getting the value pavan like this. So it copied now by using strcpy function. So like that we have to use the string copy function. And last one is what? strlen function. So if you want to find out any length of strings or alphabets or numbers, for that we can use the strlen function. So how you can get the length of string? So first, removing this one. Now I want to define one character str 20 is the value, memory size this one. Okay, now I am assigning Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna is the value. Now I am printing printf the length of given string is percentile. So it is the value it will return in the form of digits now. So that's why percentile d format specifier I am configuring here strlen. Inside this str we have to pass. So then the count will return to this function and it will assign to here only. Now I am putting the semicolon at the end of the statement. Now I am compiling. Yeah, now I am executing. 12 is the length. So 1, 2, 3, 4, space is also 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the same value it is printing now. Where it class 12 is the value now. So like that, if you want to find out any string length, this strlen function we have to use. So this is also one of the string handling function. So strings concept is also over in this session, and in the next class I would like to explain about the till now we have completed third unit portion, and in the next class I will start fourth unit portion. Okay, thank you very much.